Looks like we're live. Let's check on Kick and see what it actually looks like. That actually looks like it's working. That's good. Um, I am testing Kick. I have not used it before. Wanted to make sure it was actually up and functioning. YouTube seems to be working as well. That's good. Good deal. Alright, now we need to wait for daylight. Alright, and we're just a little bit early. Actually, we're not as early as I wanted to be. Unfortunately, I still have to let my dog out. Trying to set up Kick to work has made me a little behind. Well, you don't actually want out, you just want to stand at the door? So it's been about a week since I did my last coffee stream. I learned yesterday that Twitch's terms of service was changing, and I'm no longer allowed to restream to Twitch. I'm not allowed to multi-stream on Twitch if I'm streaming to YouTube or Facebook. And yeah, I've got like 20 followers on Twitch, so bye Twitch. So I'm trying out Kick. It seems like it's a good solid platform, new up and comer. We'll see how it does. I guess it'll all be determined by what kind of interactions I get from there, if any. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of Space Engineers activity on Twitch. Come on, Solo. Come down the stairs. Go potty. Please go potty. I do want to go back inside eventually. I'm not just going to sit out here for an hour. We'll see how everything goes. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Kick is appearing to be more accommodating to content creators. Twitter was making noises about wanting to be a live streaming platform as well. I'm not sure the tech is there for Twitter right now, though. I thought Twitter might be good, but honestly, I'm a little worried about what the people are going to be like on Twitter, because Twitter can be kind of toxic sometimes. Yeah, I was thinking about Twitter because I see a lot of Space Engineers content on Twitter. Um, People interact with Keen Software House. People talk about it. It just seemed like it might be good. Facebook was the obvious better choice, obviously, but I have a branded account on Facebook that is Jago Dragon Gaming, and I can't multi-stream to that account using Restream. Restream won't allow it unless I want to pay for their package. So I can't. So the next option was Kick, and we'll see what Kick does. Hopefully Kick picks up steam, especially with Twitch trying to tick off every single content creator. Yeah, we'll see which direction it goes. I think so far her plans have actually been infuriating Musk. Whether you agree with the Daily Wire's documentary or not, he made a deal with them that they would be able to show it. In fact, he publicly stated that he didn't agree with the messaging behind their documentary. And as soon as they started to pencil in the deal, his staff, being managed there, canceled the deal. Hey, Sardna. So I don't think Musk is too happy with his staff right now, and I'm not sure that CEO is going to last. Well, yeah, Facebook is aging out. Facebook is it's hard to get new viewership over there. And to be honest, people are leaving it in favor of other platforms. Facebook just can't get rid of the negative branding of this is a platform for old people. Promises made but not kept. That's a good point. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Twitch will reverse course and before all of its user base flees to another platform. Because I can't imagine that the bread and butter for Twitch, which is the e-girls, are too happy about not being able to do sponsorship brands. Oh, yeah, auto drone miners. Drone miners are much more difficult to set up. If you're going to do a drone miner, you really need a programmable block so you can tell it a region to mine. There are some well, there's one auto miner I've seen on the workshop that runs purely on AI blocks that would probably work on console. You might want to check that out, but yeah, it's an auto mining drone. You program where the ore is at, and it will go and dig until it digs up no more ore. I don't remember the name of it. I started to dig into how they were doing it, and it's pretty complicated and intriguing. but they were able to make it work. Yeah, the vertical miner that runs strictly on AI blocks and is completely a drone. It's not a creation of mine. I can't remember who created it, but it is pretty cool. Pardon me. Switching back to... Oh, I left my coffee in the garage. So I'm gonna go grab my coffee. Can't have a coffee stream without coffee. Yes, it works great, but it's complicated. If you want to build your own, it's complicated to build your own to do that. His design does work well, though. Alright, looks like the sun is starting to come up. And I need just about every ore. Except for gravel. I don't need gravel. So, yeah, it's just gonna be a sit back, chill, and chat mining stream. I am curious. All of my viewers are on YouTube, which is why, left with the choice of Twitch or YouTube, I chose YouTube. I don't know why I'm not using my jetpack. I've played so many games, playthroughs of Space Engineers where I don't use my jetpack. It's just automatic now. Oh, I should probably open up my menu. Let's see. I need iron. All of these strip mine locations are supposed to have iron. Let's go check them out. Of course, it's going to be foggy and hard to see. Go with this one. Oh crap. I forgot to turn that off. Sorry, Sardna. Yeah, we're starting. Helps if I turn my ore detector on, too. Really? The iron is 50 meters down? Man. Some deep iron. It's not too bad. Thank you for letting me know that, Sardna. The Soon was supposed to have been turned off. I see a hint of red. Time to switch. Not seeing stone ejected. There it goes. Looks like we're full of stone. Yeah, we're full of stone. Actually, no, we're pretty full of iron, too. That's good. All right. Waiting for that yellow light to turn off, maybe. Which quality of life mods are crashing on you, Sardna? Rid of most of the stone here. That's good. All right. Let's see. We have a lot of iron. Whole lot of iron. So let's go ahead and head back. Yeah, the console setup is vastly different from the
PC setup as far as how you play it. But if you like playing with a controller, it's probably better for you. The main thing you're missing out on is the programmable blocks and scripts that, or sorry, mods that use scripting between the client and the server. And that's not something that Keen can help. That's literally dictated by the console manufacturers. So, why did you sit on my foot, cat? You actually, that's you right. Oh, I guess you don't. Looks like I may have overdone the load a bit. No, that is called Tool Shake, and it's an option in your game settings. You can turn Tool Shake on and off in the world settings of each game. Aside from that, it's really just about making sure you're not actually crashing into the voxels when you're mining. I guess this stream is going to wind up being a question of will Jago crash his ship into the ice today? I appreciate that, Sardna. I really do. And sometime I might take you up on that offer. All right. All right, that looks good. Hmm. Really, Everett? Really? That's okay. Most of the people you play games with, Everett, their mental age is much lower. Myself included. Ah. Alright, I think I just emptied all of the inventory on this ship. Yeah, that's 100% right. We all try to keep our childlike mentality, but it doesn't last as well as we would like. In fact, I just sent a meme to my son pertaining to the exact same thing. He is 23 years old. Uh, Man, I haven't heard I don't appreciate your tone since I was a child. That just makes it funnier because that's the only way my mother communicates with me anymore is through text. She discovered texting and found out that she loves it. It's one of the best things ever invented. I pulled out a very expensive bottle of scotch, and him and I did drinks. Not shots. You don't do shots with expensive good scotch. So I taught him how to drink properly for his 21st birthday, knowing that he had been drinking for about 2 to 3 years before that. My son is almost half my age. uh, Wait, how old am I? I am I'm about to be 44. I don't know very many young people who enjoy this game, unfortunately. Hi, Jamie. Welcome to the party. We're all here watching me mine up ores. How am I full already? Dang, that was quick. All right. I think I'm going to call that enough iron. That is a rather large patch of iron I pulled out. Joe, I have played with people who are in their 60s. It's all good. You shouldn't feel old. Oh, I am currently still drinking microwaved coffee from last night because My coffee was brewing. So it won't be very long here before I get up and go get myself a fresh cup of coffee, because microwaved coffee is garbage. Ooh. Probably slow down. Carrying much less than last time, but still a bit heavy. Oh, I drank to get drunk a few times, and it's extremely difficult to get me there. So I don't do that. I just enjoy scotch, whiskey, bourbon, and I only buy the good stuff because I'll sit down with like a tumbler, and I'll have a glass of whiskey on the rocks and just sip at it. Or I'll have myself a coffee with Bailey's in it, and I'll just sit there and relax while I drink it. Yeah, usually for me it's just like one, maybe two drinks, and then I'm done. No more shots and partying. I'm too old for that garbage. There's a mod that gives you the ability to do that, Jamie. It's AI enabled. Gives you a Robo Factory, and you can use that to you can use the AI enabled Robo Factory to create robots that will basically do your bidding. You can create a welding bot that will build things. You can create a scavenger bot, which I believe tears things apart. And you can actually just create like NPCs that will wander around your base. You can define them to take a path around your base and just wander, or you can tell them to wander aimlessly, or just go do your thing. And it's pretty cool. So if you're looking for that, I would check out the AI enabled mod. I don't know if it'll work on consoles. I really doubt it. But if you're able to try it, that sounds like something you might be interested in. Yeah, the AI is rather dumb, but that being said, I actually built the entire refinery platform in that playthrough using those bots. Well, all the machines on top of the platform, I should say. I went out there, I built another Robo Factory, and I spawned the robots out there by me on that platform. And every time I placed a block, they ran around and welded them up. And Dan, I've seen several different approaches to the 21 milestone within my own extended family. I tried to take the same approach with my middle child when he turned 21, and he wanted nothing to do with time with dad. He went out with his friends and got hammered. Absolutely hammered. Oops.
And it's time to refill my coffee cup with fresh coffee. Actually, I think I'm going to get a fresh cup too. Yes, Efrit, is the 21 years of age is the federal law. To the best of my knowledge, it is. I do believe states can put a stricter restriction on it, but I don't think anybody does. Well, I want to know what they were thinking. I mean, 18, you're old enough to vote. You're old enough to go off and fight for your country and die. You're old enough to smoke. You can now do other various drugs at 18. But alcohol? Oh no. No, you may not be responsible enough for alcohol, even though we expect you to go to foreign nations, represent our country, and beat the bad guys while handling highly explosive and highly deadly machinery and tools. It makes no sense to me. I don't remember what exactly changed it to 21. Um, I'm not exactly sure on that. Well, it's been my understanding that for the most part, the military kind of ignores the 21 drinking age limit because they're sending people off to die. So they give some leeway, but only on base. Or in foreign countries. That was my understanding. Well, so long as they're not doing drunken disorderly, that was what my aunt's husband got dishonorably discharged for. Oh yeah, they're out there and they're having a good drink, and honestly, they deserve it. Yeah, whether well, to be honest, Everett, most of us here in America, we start drinking whenever we start drinking. We just hide it from the authorities, and usually our parents. Shoot, I started smoking when I was 8. That's not an endorsement. It's not a good idea. You know, I'm not sure being bailed out from local law enforcement by the military is such a good thing. Um, yeah, I think I'd rather face civilian justice than military police justice. Oh man. Yeah, those military police, they don't mess around. Yeah, drinking is a hot topic. Uh, Effort, anybody. I don't know anybody who was arrested for drinking underage. I do know a couple of people who um, got a ride in the police car for providing to underage, buying for underage people. But I lived in a small rural town, so they didn't do anything about it. They took them for a ride, told them don't do that no more, and sent them on their way. Um, it was never a big hit for them. Uh, yeah, it was underage drinking is it's frowned upon in rural areas, but it's not. Nobody ever gets in trouble for it in rural areas. Shoot, we used to have the cops come to our parties, and they would they would quote unquote take our beer, which meant they take a 12 pack and they leave the rest. You're a good man. You're a good man. Don't torture the children for just trying to have a little fun. So long as they're being safe and responsible, mostly. uh, Effort, you're just trying to bait me into getting into politics, aren't you? Yes, Dan, within reason. Always within reason. Um, Especially when you're dealing with underage people, because if the cops do let the children go, they can get in trouble. I was kidding, Effort. I didn't really think you were trying to drag me into politics. Oh, geez. Yeah, sometimes kids need lessons, but only if they're actually breaking the law. If they're just being loudmouth pricks repeating what they've seen online, I think you should just let them do their little free speech exercise and let them be, because all you're doing is reinforcing the negative stereotypes that they've been fed. There's a there's a cop on YouTube that I like to watch. He does good shorts. I think he's on TikTok, but I see him on YouTube. He's also a pastor, and he seems like a really good guy. And I can't remember his name now. I'd have to pull up my subscriber list.
Also, this is really good coffee. All right. See, turn the thrusters on and release. And be in the right screen. Oh, I forgot to turn the batteries back on. Hopefully I didn't do any damage. Well, I crashed into the ice. I think I have enough iron for now, so I'm going to mark this one as gold, or the iron strip mine, and I'm going to move on to something else. I've never been tasered. That's just not an experience I'm looking forward to having. Okay, I thought I had a... Yep. So we're going to create a new... There we go. And blue's fine. We can turn that off. And we can turn off this one. Let's see, I need nickel and... I thought I had found cobalt, gold, nickel. Oh, magnesium. I hope. Magnesium, yes. Silicon, right there. I need silicon and nickel. Turn that one off. Let's focus on these two right here. For now. I've never been pepper sprayed either, thankfully. That nickel is 7 kilometers out. There must be one closer. Or there must be a cobalt closer than that one. I'll have to look. This one should have nickel and silicon in it, so... Dan, I 100% agree with you, but you might be asking too much. There's a lot of experience and training to fit into the training sessions. I do think the cops coming out of the academy should at least know the citizens' rights. And that's one that I'm not going to budge on personally. Only because I've been on the receiving end of police who chose to wear their badge as licensed to do whatever they wanted. There we go, silicon. Moving with me, so okay, it goes in that direction. Oop, low to the ground. Cops can't be expected to know all the laws. Like I said, I've been on the receiving end of bad cops, but I've also been on the receiving end of good cops who have helped me out. And you can't expect them all to be perfect and know everything that's required of them. Lawyers have to go to school for, I believe it's 6 years. And they also have to be well versed enough to pass the bar. I believe every state has their own bar exams. I think being a police requires 2 years, but I could be wrong on that. I would be welcome to being corrected. Yeah, that computer's a godsend for them, but you can't expect them to stop in the heat of the moment and look up and check every law that they suspect might be being broken. Yeah, it has. I wasn't trying to scare people off, so maybe we need to change the subject. Apparently I'm not picking up any stone. And I'm pretty full. So I think it's time to head back. Yeah, I'm pretty full. Going to mark this spot. And I'm going the wrong direction. Ah, thanks, Anton. Thank you, Dan. Oh, you know, the M1s are cool. I gotta say. But I don't think that's a safe topic for YouTube, to be honest. YouTube doesn't like pew pew sticks. I already crashed it in the ice, Anton. Thankfully, not hard. Like flying too fast. Flying too fast will get you every time. Ah. Speaking of things I should do differently, I really need to do an episode going over projectors and how they can help to ensure your ship can be rebuilt easily without starting from scratch. And install one on this miner. While I'm at it, include a little bit about super gridding and use super gridding to install a large grid ore detector on the miner. But super gridding seems a bit too hacky for me. Let's see how the refinery is doing. Working on the iron, that's good. Alright. Assemblers have iron. The assemblers have way too much iron. Ooh. Not good. Why'd it put it all in the assemblers? Alright, 143k. I think that's a respectable amount. Forgot I upgraded all the, or turned on all of the yield modules on that refinery. That's a lot of iron. Okay, that's a whole lot of iron. Alright, that'll last me a while. Silicon's going to be looking pretty good too. I think. By the time this is done anyways. So let's go grab some nickel. Yeah, so I did a short episode on the upgrade modules. Speaking of the yield module. Only about 10 minutes. And I thought it turned out pretty well. And after doing that, I realized that somebody needed to update the wiki, so I went and I did that too. The wiki's all up to date now. Oh, I saw nickel. I swear I saw nickel. Wrong button. There we go. Damn straight I'm fishing for brownie points. You have any idea how much time went into updating that wiki? Also, I don't expect people to go check the wiki out, but it's there for people who aren't watching my channel to have all the updated information. Well, I mean, it wasn't worth anything to me. I did it so it would be worthwhile for other people. I already know the information. I don't need to read it. And I need to wait for the stone to eject because my inventory is full of stone, not nickel. That's annoying. Don't do what I'm doing right now. Bad idea. As you're seeing. I'm a little overly full now. I do have dedicated stone ejectors, and Jamie, I am not going to get into the topic of the war in Ukraine. Obviously, I have an opinion, but I don't think it's something I should opine on. Right through the... I did. I missed the nickel deposit. Cut right through it. Son of a... I just hope that not too many lives are lost. Ha! Good luck with that. More on my self-esteem. I'd have to have good self-esteem. Or shame for you to be successful. Anton, I think you were born in real trouble. Alright, let's see how I'm doing with silicon. Or sorry, nickel. Well, the drills are full of nickel. Alright. I'm going to have to empty them manually real quick, because I've picked up too much stone. And now it's got all the stone out. Of course. Alright, so all I've got is nickel. Say... Oh. Well, that's good. I'm happy with that. That's a lot of nickel. Well, I don't know. What do nurses know? We should quit overloading this miner. Yeah, to be fair, nurses probably know more than I do about medicine. By a lot. But most of them aren't parents. So take the parenting advice with a grain of salt from them. It'll fly when it's 100% full, it just won't fly well. Alright, let's see. Silicon, nickel. Silicon doesn't require too much. That's probably going to be all the silicon I need. Nickel. I think we're going to be in the same boat with nickel. I think we're going to be good on nickel. Well, Let's see, look at production real quick here. Just don't need much nickel and silicon. Most of your needs are going to be iron and cobalt. But need too much cobalt right now because, yeah, it's not too bad. So go find the cobalt. And I did it again. Oh well, I'm already sitting on the ice, might as well do this now. Okay, that one is far away. There should be one closer that is hopefully not sitting under my ice lake. Because 10.5 kilometer flight when the sun's getting ready to set just doesn't seem like a good idea. Go ahead and we'll do this. GPS. Turn those all on. Should be another deposit right about here. And there should be another deposit around here. Hopefully, that will have the ores I need in it. We'll fly past these deposits and check past them as we go. Wait, there's cobalt right here. What am I thinking? Why am I thinking I gotta go to the one that's 10 kilometers out? Just get rid of all of them now. Got iron, and we've got cobalt here somewhere. Just gotta find it. Thought pop up for a second there. It's just really far underground. Why did it disappear? Why does it keep disappearing? Alright, we're just going to go with right here. I am fairly certain I didn't imagine it, Anton. But I do know it's 90 meters down. So... yeah, see? Now it's showing up. You trying to make me second guess myself, Anton? Looks like I'm... oh, nope. We're good. I was gonna say it looked like I was gonna miss the cobalt, but then it jumped under me, so... I think we're fine. Oh, you can do better than that, Anton. Needed a drink of coffee. Wait, I pay for this? I pay for this trip? Wow, I didn't know. Oh, come on. There we go. That's looking good. One load of cobalt will probably be more than enough, to be honest. And we're overly full now. And not much of it's stone. Yeah. Clearly over full. This will be an interesting trip. The next big goal slash build will be better ore refinery setup utilizing sorters. I don't need distractions to make me crash. Now, the next goal in the series is going to be setting up a refinery, expanding our refinery operations, so that I can have a refinery for each ore with filters and sorting. Ooh. You don't win. That wasn't a distraction. That was me overestimating. So I'll have filters and sorting so that all the ores will be handled by their own refinery. I'm hoping to get down to the ice where it's a little bit easier flying. I don't have to worry about hills. And that's really because I kind of need to cover the sorters and filters, and they really deserve kind of their own episode, and that's a good method to get that for them before I go into something complicated like an actual item sorting system. And I don't actually think I'm going to do a big item sorting system on this particular playthrough. At least not for a while. It's really kind of an advanced thing. I might cover it in a separate tutorial. Do a separate video just about how you can set up auto production and item sorting and have it just always keeping items on hand for you using nothing but vanilla and no programmable block. And I'm extremely overloaded. Well, I've got all the cobalt I'm going to need. I'm trying to stay away from doing anything too advanced, at least early on, because if this is going to be a guide series, it needs to be things that people can understand. Small bites, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Don't want to give people too much too quickly. I haven't gotten even one viewer over on Kick, so probably not going to for quite some time. Slow down. All right. Stop bouncing. All right. Yeah, that was quite a bit of cobalt. What's the refinery working on? Silicon. Have NK silicon. Go ahead and put nickel in there. Let it work on some nickel for a while. We're trying to avoid that, Anton. And, I mean, Romans versus Spartans. Rome lasted a lot longer than Sparta. So, I guess I'd have to say the Spartan, or the Romans were better. Okay, so probably good on magnesium. Should I get silver and gold? Probably don't need much of the silver and gold. I probably don't need much gold. I don't need any silver. I do believe the only thing that uses silver right now is tools, yeah, gravity components, and medical components. I don't think anything else uses silver, does it? Let's see. Yeah, I don't need silver, and I don't really need gold too much. I don't think I need too much superconductor. Let me look here. I know I'm going to need a bunch of yield modules. I can't remember if those... No, don't need gold. Well, yeah, I guess I could do with some gold. Not much, but I could do with a little bit more gold. Alright. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette and hope that the weather clears up enough that I can see the ground.
Maybe. One would hope, right? And get more coffee, because I'm out. Yeah, overall, the Romans had a more superior military force. Spartans were tenacious. You gotta respect them. There is not enough coffee in the world. Oh my god, Anton, that hurt. That was hurt. Oh, dang. That was so punny it hurt. So, I think we all groaned with Anton's statement. Groaned and chuckled. His dad would be proud, though. That was a dad joke. Oh, so Anton mentioned the new V-Rage 3 engine. Well, I think he referred to it as Space Engineers 2. It's looking pretty sick. I'm really looking forward to that coming out. They've got some really cool stuff on there. But lately all the posts have just been, look how pretty it is. Last couple weeks they haven't really made any posts about new features they're working on. I honestly don't know anything about the Greeks and Persian society, so I can't make much of a comment on that. I'll just take your word for it. Well, they don't really have SE2 up and running that I'm aware of. All they're doing is work on V-Rage 3 that they're doing public. Well, if Effort's going to kind of back you up on that one, I'll take his word for it. I do believe he went to school for archaeology, so he probably knows all that history crap. I say that with love, Everett. With love. I don't think history's crap. Just there's parts of it I don't need to remember. Oh, my mistake. I was mistaken. Yeah, that's a whole different historical scale there. Oh, Sorry to hear that, Everett. Although, it might help you go find those pretty rocks. My daughter's taken an interest in geology so far as um, crystals are concerned, and that's it. Nothing actually to do with geology, just crystals, uh, and where to find them. See, I focused on engineering and machinery, so. Oh, oh, my bad. Maybe I misheard that because I'm listening to Restream reading the text to me. Well, didn't geology kind of dictate the geography in many ways? Users are one of the most dangerous things for IT. All right. The weather cleared up. Back away from that death trap over there. I didn't mark the cobalt. Oops. I guess I'll go back and mark that first.
Be fair. To to be fair, most of the users fit that description. And I do believe I punched straight through the gold already, so I got to go to the next spot. Well, just don't take away their heavy objects. That's what they use to reboot their machine. No, you cannot. But this is why it's called a strip mining spot. I was expecting you to say the attachment attached to the keyboard. But I guess that's just semantics. Almost down to the gold. Huh. All right. Pretty full. Won't take too long for it to kick most of the stone out. And we're through to the stone. Rid of this little wall I left here. Anton, I can't blame you for not wanting to get out of bed. Alright, I think I'm going to call that a full load. Ooh. Um... Yeah, I do know that they did make it much more difficult to actually see the ore deposits. So that could be part of the problem. Yeah, the advice I gave you was for your best possibility to see them. That's a good question, Anton. All right, just I would take a trip to the ice lake and see if you can see them there. Well, I would suggest finding a lake anyways because the ice is very useful, especially if you want to get to space. Um, I haven't covered that yet, but if you're going to try and take a trip to space, you're going to want hydrogen to fuel those engines. You're going to want a lake. Are you on the one of the poles then? Sorry, Kevin. Work is an affliction that I actually need. Well, I don't really need work. I need a paycheck. Press and hold Alt while scrolling your mouse wheel. If you're on the Xbox or PlayStation, I don't know. Is it ever enough money? You saying it doesn't go this high? Because I do believe the distance you can scroll out is determined by the grid you're in. So this is a relatively small grid. It's not that far. I don't know, PC versus console. That's pretty controversial. Can we go back to politics? Maybe religion? Just kidding, by the way. Um. Hmm. Yeah, I honestly just I'm not sure. The discolorations work a little differently in tundra regions because the snow has its own texture color. Um, and generally speaking, I don't usually play in the tundra regions. Not that I don't like them. I rather think the snow is nice. Yeah, that's probably your best bet. Alright, let's check the inventory now. I've picked up quite a bit more gold. Connectors are both full. Cockpit's full. The large cargo container's probably full. Yeah, we are definitely a little overloaded now. Perfect. To avoid the walls. um, Not only that, you also hit on the divide between Linux and Windows too. Way to go, Anton. Hitting all the markers. All you need to do is include Mac. Yeah, sorry you didn't know that, just. Yeah, the best thing, if you're on the Earth-like planet, the best places to be are on lakes. You know, I don't disagree with you, but my son really likes his iPhone. And I know it's not a Mac, but same company. And I don't like Macs for the same reason I don't like iPhones. But I do have to give them props. They do know their security. I tried. I tried to correct his heathen ways. Instead, I wound up paying for an iPhone. Oh, that's a throwback. I haven't even seen a Commodore in person in so long. Yes, Anton, I do agree with you. He made a good argument, though. Okay, now, we're not bringing apple strudel into this because you can't put apple strudel with Apple the company. That's blasphemous. Right. Looking good. Okay, we've got plenty of iron. Got gold. All right. I think we're good on ores for now. Well, apple pie is delicious. This is going to take forever to process through these ores. Cobalt and gold are both slow. And I think I'm good on ores. Let's change the batteries to recharge. And turn everything off. All right. This is looking good. All right, so yeah, earlier, what was I planning on doing next in the series? This base is going to get expanded out and become an L shape with an addition here. So there will be an L shape over here, and all the refineries will be set up back here, processing one ore each. So it'll make these trips to get resources less of an issue. Cupertino. What is Cupertino? I'm unfamiliar with that. Oh, I hit the table. There we go. L for loser? That's just mean. No, I kind of thought it would be a nice look to the base. Make that L shape, because it would look like some of those factories that you see where they've got the big factory with a small office front. Yeah, so one of those L-shaped factories where they've got the small office building attached to it in the corner. That's kind of the look I'm going for. So I think it will turn out good, but I can't say for certain. Can't say for certain until after I build it. So really I'm just hoping it looks good. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to have to end the stream here, because right now all I've got left to do is plop my happy rear end down in a seat and wait for ores to process, because yeah, right now that's the only thing left to do is wait for 31,000 gold, and yeah. And yeah, I would just do whatever you think is going to be best. Yeah, always create something new, create something that's your own, have fun with it. And if it turns out really cool, post it to the workshop, post pictures of it. There's active community on Facebook and Twitter. And Dan, how close is he when he says Cupertino? So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I don't think my processors can handle anymore. Well, that's kind of cool to know. Congratulations on getting published. Thank you for joining me, Just. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you all later. Okay, Just, you took way too long to get coffee. Now I'm actually leaving.